All right. Powerful, powerful scripture. Just given. I pray one day we'll get to where we need to be as far as accomplishing that. I believe it can happen, but we gotta want it. So you all was talking about I think it was Zakana to Celia when she brought out I don't know if she specified what scripture it was, but I'm assuming it was Deuteronomy 28. I was assuming it was, or I'm assuming it was. But I was in Leviticus. We're going to go to Leviticus Wa'ikra chapter 26. And what I had was, I'm going to skim over it. I had you all write it down for yourselves 14 through 24 and 40 through 46, right? Um, but when she brought out her part, it made me go up to the top of the chapter. And in the top of the chapter, it's doing the same thing that it did with verse chapter 28. I'm going to bring it out so you all can see it at the same time. So you all can see it at the same time. The first 14 verses, almost identically like this Deuteronomy or Devarim 28, it start off by saying, "You should not make no idols, nor shall you erect a carved idol or a pillar, nor shall you install a figure stone in your land to bow down upon it, for I am the Most High Elohim. You should keep my Shabbat, right, and reverence my sanctuary." That's interesting because we just heard Prince speaking on that. The Mishkan, the Knesset. Well, most people, we see so many differences in how people operate within it to kind of show their level of reverence towards the sanctuary. The Most High told us to have reverence towards the sanctuary, right? We're always talking about having reverence towards the Most High and this and that, but the Most High is showing you this sanctuary needs to be reverenced too. Why? Because as Prince brought out, it is Kodesh, right? Set apart, or Kadosh. All right, it says, "If you walk in my statutes and keep my commandments and do them, then I will give." Now, when you read verses 4 all the way down, I'm not going to read through it. It starts speaking in the same language of Devarim 28 in verses 1 through 14, I think it is. All positive, right? Increase yield and it's increase, and the trees of the field shall yield their fruit, and all these different positive things it's speaking of, right? Through this verse. "And I will give peace in the land," verse 6, "and you should lie down, and none shall make you afraid. I will remove evil beasts," etc., etc. Talks about, "and you should chase your enemies." Even going down, it says, and 5 of you, verse 8, shall chase 100, and 100 of you shall chase 10,000. And you're still going to come up on top. Let's go down to 14 though. So this is talking about it, right? "And you shall set my tabernacle among you, and my soul shall not abhor you, hate you," right? Let's go to 14. "But if you will not hearken to me," now this is interesting, "and will not do all these commands, and if you should despise my statutes, and if your soul hates my judgments," right? The Torah is giving us the judgments that the Most High wants us to operate in. We saw that Achoto Geber Ezi came through and started talking about how we're supposed to operate, rightfully judge and things of that nature, righteous leaderships, the women and the men coming together doing what we're supposed to do. But right here, "if you despise my statutes and hate my judgments, so that you will not do all my commandments." See, you can't do the commandments if you don't have the judgments present. You can't really keep the commandments if it's nothing accountable for your actions. Impossible. We see that today. We saw that through the Tanakh. It is nothing new. Today we're able to read it, which is interesting because we're able to read all the outcomes. We're able to read all the outcomes of what's took place, and we're still not doing it.